Welcome back to the A2V vodcast with your hosts, Vox. Your line is,
and Alastor!
And say it with some pizzazz, okay?
I'm not speaking to you right now.
We're literally broadcasting an episode of our vodcast. You have to speak to me.
I don't want to.
Are you mad at me for the After Dark show last night? If you forgot, you climbed onto my lap. Remember?
No. And don't tell them that, pompous ingrate.
Then what?
Your conspiracies had me drinking like a sailor last night, and my back is killing me from sleeping at my desk.
Our desk? And I do recall offering to get someone to carry your drunk ass to bed.
Do we really have to do a vodcast every morning?
Yes!
I've recently discovered that the line between you being fun and making me want to kill myself is extraordinarily thin.
Well, that is my specialty, but we have a lot to catch up on.
We're immortal. It can wait while I recover for a few days in between each conversation.
Maybe, but things happen. Angelic weapons are hot on the black market right now.
I can take care of myself.
Yeah, but what if I was caught unaware?
If you watch your own back half as closely as you try to watch my ass, you have nothing to worry about.
Fine. But if it's any consolation, this is gonna be a short episode anyways.
And why is that?
Because we have to prepare for our Christmas special!
There's so many things wrong with that sentence. I don't even know where to start.
Damn, really fucking snappy today, aren't we?
Why are we doing a Christmas special when it's literally almost February?
I thought it would be nice since you've only just got back to town, and also to make up for not spending the holidays together.
You're so fucking pathetic.
Nuh-uh!
And what's more pathetic is you still calling it Christmas. Christ doesn't fucking want you. That's why he threw you down in this pit. Or Jupiter, or whatever dimension you think hell is. I can't really be fucked with any more of your conspiracies right now.
Christmas is really important to me, okay?
You celebrate Christmas, then I'll celebrate Sinsmas, like the good Lord Satan intended.
Okay. But you still have to give me a gift.
Fat chance.
Faithful viewers, subscribe to the Patreon so Alastor can get me something nice.
If you milk their tits any harder, they'll get sore.
It kinda seems to me that you are the sore tit today, my little cash cow.
Just finish your incessant yapping as fast as possible and let me go to bed.
Don't you have a second job after this?
Oh, that. Well, I get the impression they forget I exist most of the time.
Aw, you poor little thing.
Don't pretend to give a shit. If you need me, I'll be under the desk. Your screen brightness is pissing me off.
And here I didn't think it was possible to get you any more pissed off. Aren't you going to do the weather at least? Because, like you said,
how can anyone start the day without a forecast?
Those poor souls all over Pentagram not knowing whether it'll be scream rain today or
Tsunami. No, I mean there'll be a tsunami today. Do I have to spell it out for you?
What? How the fuck could you know that? My weather app isn't saying shit about a tsunami.
Your silly apps don't hold a candle to even an amateur meteorologist such as myself.
Hey, I was a professional meteorologist, buddy.
You went to college for the weather?
It was all a part of a grander design, okay?
In light of recent events, you do the forecast then, weather boy.
No, I insist. I want to know more about this supposed tsunami.
Well, sometimes if a hellquake is big enough, I can feel its energy radiating out of the ground and into the air. It's giving me almost as much of a headache as you are.
But a tsunami needs water.
Well, my hair is very sensitive. I can feel it radiating out from over Lake Ghana. Water, hellquake, tsunami, you get the picture.
Right, your hair. When exactly?
Probably by the evening news.
Huh, I'll send out a camera crew. It'll be really fucking funny to watch those losers get washed away.
Yes. I might just pop down to the lobby to see that.
I forgot there's a television in the hotel. It's weird that you allowed that.
I tried to warn them about you. I did, but no one ever listens to me. They think I just want to be the center of attention.
Yeah, because you do.
Maybe.
What about the traffic?
Bad.
Right.
My running bits are done. I'm going back under the desk now.
So, you want me to just talk to myself for the rest of the show?
Ideally.
If you stay under the desk, I'll use you like a fuzzy footrest.
Unfortunately for you, I'm not particularly into foot stuff. Thank you.
I'm taking my shoes off.
See, so perish.
And now the socks are coming off too.
You win, you win. How much longer am I a prisoner today?
At least a couple more minutes, babe.
Now I know how Valentino feels.
Ugh, I wish you were even half as nice as Val.
Excuse me? Valentino? Nice?
Whatever you heard from Angel just isn't true! He's always treated me so perfectly.
Is that feeling mutual?
You never had a relationship, so you can't judge.
I've seen plenty crash and burns over the decades. I'm actually surprised doing that moth that lasted so long.
Well, we're not like together. We're just business partners with some benefits.
Now I've heard that one before.
Oh, shut up!
That's what I wanted to do, but you're so damn needy.
Let me just do the news, all right?
Be quick with it.
Breaking news! ZZ's opened up a new club, Club 3Z, down on the south side after a serious roof collapse rendered her previous establishment uninhabitable.
I heard it was a fire, and that everyone ran out with their clothes off.
No, the fire was like a week ago.
Before or after the murder on the dance floor?
After. They never did catch that guy, by the way.
I bet it was that DJ.
Don't force it, babe.
No, I know it was the DJ.
How?
I was the DJ.
Wait. What?
I know you think that you're my only hobby, Vox, but I'm literally a disc jockey by trade. Radio isn't all talk and no bite.
I know you're technically a DJ, but there's zero fucking way that you're cool enough to DJ for ZZ.
There's a lot you don't know about me, Vox.
Ugh, whatever.
Oh, are you jealous?
No.
How about we make another deal?
I'm listening.
You fuck off and don't bother me on weekends, and I'll let you know whenever I DJ for ZZ.
No, because you're only gonna DJ on the weekends or tell me afterwards.
No matter the time of week and a reasonable time in advance, I'll extend my invitations from ZZ to you. Happy?
I don't know. How often do you DJ for ZZ?
You'll never find out if you don't take my hand.
I fucking hate your shitty fucking deals, but alright. I'll leave you alone on weekends. Unless you're DJing, of course.
Thank Lucifer Almighty! Though, don't crowd my booth all night.
Too late! Already shook on it.
You really have no shame, do you? It's like you imprinted on me after you fell or something.
Well, that's kind of your fault, isn't it? I was very vulnerable for those first few years as a new sinner.
Yes, though no one could ever accuse me of taking advantage of that fact.
Yeah, well, sometimes I wish you had.
If you need a therapist, I know someone unaccredited and legally practicing nearby.
Who?
The princess.
Ugh, cut the commercials. I need to take an Advil.
Give me one too.
Hey, Alastor, wanna read some fan mail? This one's addressed to you.
Dear beloved radio host, do you straighten your hair? Why, yes, I do. Or did you manifest in hell with that fuck-ass Bob? Why do you insist on keeping it? You don't have to live like that. All right, listen here, you little shit. I try managing curls interspersed with deer fur. It's honestly a miracle I can look this good.
What about the horrendous undercut?
It's literally as hot as hell down here. The undercut lets the pitiful breeze into the base of my hair. It helps me prevent hell ticks. A deer demon's worst nightmare.
And the professional dip dye.
Purely natural coloration. Some of us truly are born with it.
Okay, but the uneven Karen cut.
Well, that may have something to do with the fact that Rosie cuts it for me.
Broke-ass bitch has his mommy cut his hair for him.
I admit radio hasn't been a booming career choice recently, but you can bet your bottom dollar that I'll end up on top in the end. By the way, there's more to this letter, but it's addressed to you.
Vox, if you have anything good left in you, make him fix it. Buy him some leave-in conditioner or something. Do what you have to do. You are her only hope. Your avid listener, Star. Well, I guess I can spot you some soul for a nice pomade. Consider it a business expense.
No thanks. I rely on Madam C.J. Walker's Glossine, a naturally good hair grooming pressing oil. Famous stars of the stage, screen, and radio depend on Glossine for hair easily styled and naturally radiant. Only 35 cents at all drug and toilet good counters.
Anyway, it's my turn for a letter. Dear Vox, how does one exactly ride a television? Your curious fan, Veridian. However the fuck I say your name.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Oh, would you like to demonstrate, Al, since you love being on top of things so much?
I've been nauseous this entire episode. Please don't make it worse.
All right. I've kept you awake long enough. There's just one last segment to do.
Oh, yay. Time to beg for money from fans on the internet.
It wouldn't feel so wrong if all your fans weren't so mentally...
Vox.
I was only gonna say disabled.
That's not much better, but alright. Speaking of my fans, a still very much hungover thank you to Ace Liddell, Elish Cadaver, and Reaper Knight for your gracious support to the vodcast.
And an even smarter, sharper, brighter, newer thanks to both Vim and Decepticon from me! And a huge thank you to all of our patrons who have better fucking enjoyed the exclusive episode last night!
Unsubscribe, actually. It was humiliating.
No, Alastor! Just think about all the beignets your cut could afford you.
When am I getting paid anyways?
After I've paid the trademarking, licensing, accounting, advertising, and the taco truck.
So... never.
It depends on how many good people of the interwebs click the link in the description! But if you, oh so lovely viewer, can't donate to Alastor's Beignet Fund, please like and subscribe to cheer up the stroppy hungover deer! And hit the notification bell to not miss our Christmas special! And now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go put Rudolph back in his stable.
I'll throw up on you.
Huh, wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, good times. Hold on to your hats, listeners. We have a sneak peek of the Christmas special coming up right now.
It's time to put the special in Christmas special with my pentagram famous eggnog, as featured on Vox Tonight and Vel Magazine. I genuinely like Christmas. Is that so hard to believe?
Yes, it is. There's nothing genuine about you at all. You're not in hell for being a fruitcake, fish cake.
The alleged mass murder suicide was a total misrepresentation of the truth by the lying, unprincipled print media industry.
You want to talk about racism? On Christmas?
I paid a succubus an arm and a leg to get this down here. Left her a great tip, though. If you know what I mean. Asterisk, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, close asterisk.
I don't think you're supposed to connotate your actions whilst being behind a microphone. Loose Christopher is never going up my ass. What did Daddy Dearest do to you, Hit you?
You're not getting any tragic fucking backstory out of me, you little shit.
Well, do you want my tragic backstory?